June 20th, 2020. I wanted to come out here and show this to you guys. This is the very rare 5% of the time. I've been telling you guys this whole time that 95% of the time the sky and the sun is covered in this geoengineering, stratospheric aerosol injections, and solar radiation management. It has been absolutely obliterated and covered in this shit for the last 3.5 years. I've never seen anything like this in my life, you guys, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I have a moral duty and an obligation to report what I see as a crime and assault taking place. I've been up here on this perch for the last approximately 4 years now, and within that time, this first showed up into my world right over this side of the mountain. One morning I'm out here working and I see lines flying back and forth through the sky, and the lines were hanging in the sky all day long. Never seen that before in my life. Ever before in my life, you guys. I've never seen it before. And they've been at it 95% of the time for the last 3.5 years. I've been filming the whole damn thing and flipping out about it. And I just want you to see and remember what a sky looks like, you guys. What old-fashioned clouds look like. Although, you know, I know in my mind those are probably poison because they've been spraying all morning. The vid I just uploaded from this morning, they were spraying first thing for breakfast like they do 95% of the time. But this is what the sky used to look like. A plane just flew by, leaving an old-fashioned contrail, a little short white thing that dissipates as the plane flies by, in contrast to what's been happening, you guys. And I want you to observe this valley below me. When I first moved up here, it did not look like this, okay? And I had a friend a while back tell me, you know, a faithful Trump-supporting friend told me that, oh no, that's fog. When I tried to explain to him there's an army of airplanes flying over our heads, dispersing stuff out of the back of aircraft, without our voter consent, circumventing absolutely everything America stands for and is founded upon, and we're bathing in a cloud of whatever this geo shit is they're spraying on us. Oh no, that's fog. That's fog. Okay. I was like, dude, when does the fog ever lift? You know what I mean? I've been watching this for a few years now and the fog never goes away. It's 3:30 in the afternoon right now, you guys. Don't you think it's time for the fog to lift? Oh, it's smoke. Keeps coming up one excuse after the other and completely omitting and blotting out the fact that there's an army of aircraft doing circles over his house. You know what I mean? This has been the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life, but I don't consent, and I know damn well that this circumvents everything we're founded upon and stand for. It circumvents all democratic processes, you guys. These private interests didn't consult with us, didn't consent with us. They circumvented all democratic processes and everything we're founded upon and stand for to hijack our skies and to try to make clouds out of chemicals and control the weather and do whatever, save you from global warming, all these different excuses they give. I've been studying this shit in depth for 3.5 years, and I'm calling bullshit on all of it. Absolute bullshit. I've studied this relentlessly and very reluctantly, you guys, for the last 3.5 years since it started, and I am convinced it's a Trojan horse for eugenics and genocide. You know, when I listen to the elite, and I listen to them closely and study them very carefully, they make no bones about it what their first priority is, and that's population reduction. They make no bones about it. They talk about it openly, you know? That's their first priority. As Prince Philip says he wants to come back as a parasite so he can, like, eat human beings or something. These people are sick. They're mad. And this is mad science. You're going to save us from global warming by spraying us to death with the solution? Well, you can kiss my ass. You know, I'll stand up and I'll fight, and God, I want to fight so bad, you guys, but this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one, and I found in my 3.5 year protest that I'm standing alone Even my Trump supporting friends who swear to stand for something have no problem with this. And it freaks me out, man. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Am I in the Twilight Zone or what? I had one of my good Trump supporting friends. He told me that this is nothing. We're sitting in his front yard one day and they're doing circles over his house. He's like, this is nothing. Trump apparently has more important things to worry about other than America's red, white, and blue skies being destroyed, hijacked, and sprayed with chemicals, and the American people being sprayed with chemicals and poisons, and the Constitution being absolutely spit on and violated. Trump's got more important things to do. What can be more fucking important than that? What can be more important than that? You're being gassed like a roach, you fool. Anyhow, this is where he's at. And truthfully, I wish I could get there. I've tried really hard, you guys, to shake this whole thing and try to see this differently, but there's just no other way I can frame this or put this when I see an army of aircraft doing circles and doing laps back and forth over my head all day long, dispersing stuff out of the back of them. I see assault. I see a crime. And I see the valley below me, America, all these stupid hicks out there bathing in a cloud of geofog that's been sprayed out of the back of airplanes. That's what I see, and that's what I've been witnessing, you guys. And here's the evidence. Here's a very rare day with old-fashioned clouds. The fact I coined that term, by the way, old-fashioned clouds, pisses me off. Old-fashioned clouds. Yeah, well, today's old-fashioned cloud day. 5% of the time we'll get an old-fashioned cloud day where they're not spraying. I just saw a contrail fly by, like I said, and dissipated like I've seen for 46 years of my life. But what I do see is that valley covered in an awful lot of fog, an awful lot of smoke, an awful lot of something. It's been there 3.5 years, and it's never lifted since planes have been having a heyday, spraying us like we're cockroaches, doing exactly the same thing you do to a pile of ants if you wanted to gas them out. And my Trump supporting friends, make America great again, they don't want to fucking hear anything about it, you guys. They don't. Apparently Trump's got more important, better things to do, more important things to do than fulfill his most basic duty as Commander-in-Chief and President of the United States. To preserve, protect, defend the Constitution of the United States and we the people against all enemies, foreign and domestic. This is a domestic assault going on, and Trump's strangely silent about it. And these guys are going to swing on his nuts all the way to the gas chambers. No buts about it. I've come to learn, man, what's happening here is like some really, really deep witchcraft shit. They're playing to people's egos with Trump. They are. That whole right-wing Republican, guys, Trump got in there and started saying exactly what they wanted to hear. Exactly. Yeah, fuck those Democrats. Yeah, fuck everybody. Take away food stamps and this, that, and the other and make them all go to work, goddammit. Rawr. You know what I mean? He's playing to their ego, and they will not let it go no matter what's going on. And I've been absolutely astounded and shocked to witness this out of their mouths. I've had them tell me that the stuff they're spraying in our skies is falling in the next neighborhood, so that's okay. You know what I mean? They just don't want to hear it and don't want to talk about it. They're being gassed like roaches, and they're going to swing on Trump's nutsack all the way to the gas chambers. So these guys are the ones who are really starting to worry me, to tell you the truth. These people who are that hypnotized and that blinded, that claim to stand for something, they remind me of Hitler's followers, I'm telling you. And don't get me wrong, guys, I supported Trump, man. I liked him. I liked what he was telling me. But once this violation showed up and this army aircraft showed up over my head and the rest of America, dispersing poisons over our heads, turning our red, white, and blue skies into this geo bullshit. Sorry, dude, I'm calling foul on that shit till the day I die. You can kiss my ass, all you dumb motherfuckers. And you're dumb as shit. Unless this is what you want. I don't know, I guess. It's making America great again, baby. Look at that. Look at that whole valley covered in this geofog, you guys. 5% of the time today, they've stopped spraying. This morning they were spraying. The last 3.5 years they've been spraying, minus 5% of the time. And this valley has disappeared. There's a cloud over it constantly. What the fuck goes up must come down. Well, I thank you guys that have been listening, man. This is like, I'm up here on this mountain. I came up here to live in peace. You know what I mean? I hate social media. I'd have never been on YouTube. I'd have never been doing any of this. But, you know, and I'll tell you the truth, the first 6 months this showed up and I saw it going on, I was afraid to talk. You know what I mean? I was very unnerved. But my consciousness would not let me sleep at night. You know what I mean? Without taking a stand and facing the fear, you know? And that's all I've been doing. You know what I mean? Reporting a crime and an assault, man. And I sleep good at night, you guys, because my conscience is clear. I know I've done what I can. I've done what I can. I've done my duty as a human being first and foremost. And as an American, you know what I mean? I see a violation, a clear violation taking place here. I see assault. I see us being gassed like roaches, you guys. And, you know, I've been willing to do something about it, but I've been absolutely beside myself in shock to find out how little people care about being sprayed like roaches, which, you know, I'm starting to evolve and starting to take a more, you know, starting to take a different look at it. It just is what it is, and this is what happens. Our forefathers warned us: when you become complacent, and fail to remain vigilant, you know, government's gonna rise up and turn you into a slave and or kill you. That's their nature. That's what they do, and they're fucking doing it. They're doing it. But it's a really sneaky one, you guys, you know. If they did it immediately and people started dropping like flies, well, they would incriminate themselves. This is a very passive, it's a Trojan horse: geoengineering, stratospheric aerosol injections, solar radiation management, you know? It's a Trojan horse. These Nazis are evil geniuses, and, you know, I know how they think. And this is how they do it. They put it, they build these corporations. For example, there's North American Weather Modification Incorporated. They set up the science, they set up the problem, they set up the solution, they set it all up and basically run and control the whole thing right under your noses, or in this case, right over your heads, little sheeple. God, I can't believe you guys don't care about this. I really can't. This has freaked me out that nobody minds. I got film of them doing circles out here, you guys, doing circles. Spraying shit you can see falling to the ground. And nobody cares but me and 2 other people listening to me. I can't get over it. What the fuck is wrong with this world and the people in it? I'm out, you guys. Love you. Peace.